The first Bitcoin ETF started trading today at the New York Stock Exchange, and it did pretty good for a first day of trading because it gained almost 5%. And guys, in this video, I want to go over with you why you should pay attention to this, because this will definitely change, and bring Bitcoin and crypto as a whole to a whole new level in terms of price, and why this is potentially a good thing if you want to trade crypto using this ETF, especially Bitcoin. So most of us don't even knew this today, but the very first ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF started trading today. Ticker symbol, as I mentioned earlier, BITO, and you can see it gained 5% today when Bitcoin was actually breached a little bit over the all-time high that we've seen, so far this year, which is around $64,000 per coin. Now, I know a lot of millennials, a lot of us, the youngsters and people interested into crypto are more putting the money into the altcoins, the Shiba, the Dogecoin, the Tether, those that can give you that potential of becoming a multi-millionaire or even a billionaire, depending on how many shares you're actually sitting on, all right? Especially for those like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin who are still trading below that $1 per coin. But there is something that a lot of us are missing when it comes to Bitcoin specifically. And this is why, this is what Mark Cuban mentioned yesterday, that Bitcoin will be the safe haven of crypto because it does have one huge advantage. And this advantage is called the zero competition because it's a store of value, because Bitcoin pretty much doesn't have an unlimited supply. I forgot the exact numbers, but there's not gonna be an infinite amount of coin or Bitcoin to actually be produced or mined. Hence, this limitation into the supply, it's poisoning Bitcoin to actually have an unlimited amount of price it can hit. I mean, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million per coin. It's very possible because specifically of this limitation into the supply, because if everybody at a point will need to get into Bitcoin, but there are only this amount of Bitcoin existing, the share price will get higher because the rarer and the more difficult it will be to get your hands onto these Bitcoins, it will pretty much send the share price to the moon, higher and higher and higher every single time. But the interesting part here is that even today with Bitcoin at all-time high around $64,000 per coin, the amount of people investing and trading Bitcoin is still very, very, very low, especially in the institutional space. So the fact that we do have this Bitcoin ETF, the first, and I believe there's going to be many other coming, Grayscale, for example, is in the pipe, OBTC, which are now trust, are ultimately seeking to turn into ETFs. But the thing with ETFs is it brings more money because you have more investors not only investing in these, but also trading these as well. And that's why I think you should give a pretty good close look to this ETF if you want to trade Bitcoin. Not necessarily owning the coin because it's pretty pricey for now, but at least, $40 for an ETF, considering where Bitcoin is supposed to go, is definitely a good way to get some cheap shares now, or to get your hands into trade this, depending, especially regarding the volatility that we know it's around crypto. So let me know in the comment section what you think. And I share with you on a later video today where we can actually make between 50 to $100 every single day trading anything between crypto, anything between Forex, anything between stocks, commodities, index futures, etc., etc.